BioWatch believes that people have lost their understanding of where food comes from and how food should be planted and prepared. So the projects of BioWatch focus on that thing of really bringing back that kind of understanding so that people can learn again and use that knowledge to regenerate the knowledge with new seeds, with old seeds that were there before. It's actually amazing how many seeds the women have actually gathered together so that the dream can be realized, so that we can actually have BioWatch's programs really made meaningful.
Our ancestors used to have banks, not banks of money, but banks of seeds. And when they had banks of seeds, they were aware that they are going to live, they're going to support themselves for many years. And the journey that they were taking, it was sustainable. And the journey we are taking is risky. Because right now, if I need to have food, I don't go in my garden. I go out and check if I have the budget for food. I check money. Where in the money, there is a sign of control, there is a picture of someone, which means control. There is minerals that has been put together. There is death, there is no life in money. But that's where we stick on, and I want you to shift and change. Not to think about money all the time, but about the future, which is the seed. We are having children getting, for example, feeding scheme in schools. But is this sustainable? It's not. Because most of the food that they are having in there, it's coming from outside. They are not growing their own food. And most of the time, how can you say you control food if you don't grow it yourself? So there is a challenge of control. How can you say you have sustainable food in community once you buy from supermarket?
Spinach, kale, broccoli, what else? Asparagus, everything that is green and doesn't taste good. That's good for your teeth and your bones, and it's also good for your eyes that you see properly because it also has a different type of... So it's a healthy rice that doesn't damage your organs because blood sugar level damages the organs and the blood vessels. So we have a lot of those. We have mabele, millet, I know this one is called lebelebele, but I think in Zulu it's called mabele also. You use the same name for millet and that we have two different names for that. I learned from the Zimbabweans because I actually got introduced to that brown millet from through my Zimbabwean friends, and they have the same name for in Ndebele. Classic South African breakfast that grandmothers tell you about is that they had a sweet potato that was boiled with a skin and they ate it on the way to school, and they came back from school at 2 o'clock and they were still not hungry. That is low glycemic index. That is a big science word, but it's something that's been done. That they would eat potatoes, or they would actually have nuts on the other side and a potato and walk to school and eat that, or have potatoes with a glass of milk in the morning. That's exactly it. Yes, we now sit on the tables and we don't have to walk 4 kilometers to school, but you can still take those recipes and play around with them.
Culture is people. And people themselves are the seed. I think the seed is at the core of life. The core of every living thing comes from seed. And there's no separation. I think every culture that has no relationship, formal relationship with their own seed or the seeds that's part of their sustenance will flounder.
The thing that I think helps when we have festivals like this is that the growing awareness that people have when they participate in these processes, but also besides, they gain confidence in being able to speak about their own indigenous knowledge, about their own indigenous seeds, because often people think if you don't talk about modern things and you're talking about, you know, the archaic, you're taking us back. And so when you create platforms like this, it brings back that confidence.
This festival is very important because it's a time where we can remember and we can make whole. So sometimes remembering is a process of making whole, and remembering our seed, tradition, songs, foods, of seeds that have been passed down for hundreds of years and have adapted to very specific places and systems, cropping systems, is very, very important, and it reminds me where we come from.
I have been so happy at tasting the most unbelievable food dishes that I've never had a chance to taste before, and to see the huge variety of seeds, and also so much knowledge in this room, in one place together. You know, so often it's very easy to get so many people together in one place, and for me it's a real privilege to be amongst so much knowledge. Having these kinds of festivals where people can see what each other are doing and learn from each other and really celebrate actually our joint wisdom and our joint biodiversity is a very, very important way to actually keep things alive and to re-enliven. And I would like for Slow Food to join closely together with farmers and organizations like BioWatch, because as Carlo Petrini says, we are small but we are many, and if we stand together we can make a difference. And thank you BioWatch, because I'm so glad they invited me to come.
I think it's absolutely marvellous, because we can't underestimate how important it is with climate change and the amount of people we've got in the world to be looking after our food source. I think many people are food insecure and they don't even really realise it. So I think this really focuses attention on food and how we can all take responsibility for producing our own food and making sure that our community has enough food. Yeah.
So how do you think this festival will educate?
Growing your own food. The food is always going to be healthier if you eat it from your garden or from your neighborhood rather than a 7-day-old cabbage from Pick and Pay. It's just a natural byproduct of growing your own food. Fabulous BioWatch, well done, absolutely exceptional, and a lovely combination of different aspects that, you know, there was something for absolutely everybody. So there was academic, but there was practical, lots of things to taste, so no, really exceptional, and I hope it rolls out to other areas of South Africa.
Solidarity is power, and people really come together and share knowledge and they pass on to the next generation. That's very crucial and very important. And also it's very important for people to come and share, to learn from their experiences and also to solve problems that they may have at that point.
A big thank you to BioWatch and appreciation for initiating something like this. I think it's been a very important beginning. They are also very aware, and one of the things they strongly oppose is land grabbing. So one of the positions that they have in terms of their policy is to protect land and to protect farmers or support farmers to ensure that they maintain their land. So all in all, I think it's been a very, very successful event.
People can share, really explore and share and revalue all this knowledge that exists, the diversity that exists, and for us to be able to share it in the space, eat it. It's so important to celebrate that and bringing people together to share that information, but especially between elders who have so much information to share, and to all of us really who you know, we need this information and we need it to stay alive. So
abantu abanakekele izinto eziyimvelo njengamakhambi ngaba ukudla abakuvele kukhona kudliwa bakunakekele kakhulu, babheke nanokuthi kunempilo engakanani kubo and ukusiza kuphi, bakubheke lokho, bakubhekisise. Ukudla kuyadingeka gogo.
Where I come from especially, we are affected by mining. It's very difficult to farm. So I think next time it will be much helpful for them to also consider communities that are coming from communities, people that are coming from communities that are affected by mining. So that's one thing that I feel which was left out of the program.
What we expect from now is going forward with the work that BioWatch is doing, working with our farmers. We know that our farmers are very knowledgeable about the traditional seeds and the traditional food and the knowledge that they have. And we're hoping that, because there are things that we wanted also to show in the festival, that there are things that are disappearing. Things like how do you store your food, the way that it was done before. And we show in some of the portraits that we're showing the storage that people were using in olden days. And it also have shown that, it didn't show in the festival, but in the narrative, that story that we had, people talked about what have been lost. That the underground storage, for example, how that was important. And when you talk to the Omama, they very sad that the knowledge that they have, it's so hard for them to pass on, because younger generation is not interested. It's not that it's not interested, but they don't see the value yet. But doing such things, doing such festival, exposing young people to such knowledge and experiences, and hearing what people are talking about. For me, it was also great to see the government departments being part of the festival. That was very important for us, and we hope that we can connect more, and so that they can hear what our farmers have. They can hear what is agroecology, what is this agroecology, and why are we doing it? And also how they can also have those conversations with the farmers, and how they can support smallholder farmers to say, I'm actually helping you as my government to ensure that there's food in my household so I don't become a burden. So what are you doing about that? How are you supporting me? Why are you only focusing on commercial farming? What about a farm in a household that is producing healthy, clean food? Clean food.